Welcome to TPM File Case 002. Most real estate channels talk about how to buy properties in the UAE, but very few talks about what happens afterwards. In this series, we'll be sharing real cases from our experience. In today's episode, we are going to talk about what happens when your tenant stops paying rent. In today's episode, I'm going to interview a property manager of ours, Princess, who have just gone through a great deal to resolve this issue for one of the clients she looked after. All right, hi Princess, how are you?
Hi, Miss Meara. Thank you for having me today.
Are you nervous?
Yeah.
All right, don't worry. From what I heard, you spent quite some time working on this case, right?
Yes, correct. It's actually almost 3 months for me to be able to get the rental payment from that tenant.
Was it easy?
It was not at all. Yeah.
So tell us about what happened. How does this case started?
The first warning sign basically happened much earlier. It was when the tenant failed to pay the very first rental check on his renewal on time.
Right. So previously he's been paying okay, but just when it comes to the tenancy renewal, then he started to delay the check to be paid?
Yes, that is right.
Did we source this tenant?
Yeah, actually, when we have this unit, the owners just basically purchased the unit, and then they were trying to sign the PM with us, and then they told us that don't source a tenant anymore. I will have my friend rent out my unit.
Okay, so this owner basically gave us the PM like right after he bought the property. But instead of going through our usual process of finding a tenant, qualifying the tenant for him, he just decided to rent out to his friend.
Yes, that's right.
I think a lot of landlords thought that is, safe. You rent to someone you know. But it doesn't seem like it.
During the start of the offer, offer stage with their friend, this tenant was offering, I'm gonna renovate this for you, I'm gonna do this for you, and I'm gonna leave this upon my move out. So there were a lot of offers made between the sides as well, which of course made the owner happy at that time. So it was really unexpected, the turnaround of this tenancy.
Right. So on the first renewal, it started to show the sign of delaying payment.
First, delayed rent. The tenant informed me that it's just gonna be late for 1 week. So at that time, of course, the owner was fine with it. But then that tomorrow came another tomorrow until it became a month. At that point, we followed our normal procedures, which is we sent reminders, we made phone calls, we documented every conversation. Approximately 1 month after the follow-up, he was still making promises so-and-so. So eventually, we had to issue a formal notice.
So this renewal was a 1-year renewal or just only 3 months extension?
That 2024 was still a 1-year renewal. The issue was isolated only on the first rental payment. After that first issue, the tenant became relatively consistent on the remaining check. It's 4 checks. So after that, after the first payment, they were consistent with the remaining.
Basically, the landlord stuck with the tenant to complete the tenancy contract. And then what happened afterwards? Did the landlord try to move out the tenant?
Actually, after that first rental payment issue, the owner already had themselves questioning will this become a recurring problem? And so what I discussed with the tenant is that if you think that this is gonna be an issue, if you might want to explore your options to find a new unit for yourself, the owner will not take basically a penalty rent. If that will help you better, since you're having an issue with your financial. So the tenant was yes, that would be of a great help. So that has been a discussion. He issued early termination, but suddenly when we calculate the prorated rent up until that day, he was no, actually, I'm just gonna stay.
Then the tenant didn't move out when the lease expired, right?
Yes, actually, that's one of the struggles that we had.
Another struggle.
Yeah, another struggle for me, because What people don't know is that they think once the tenancy expires, the tenant will just have to leave the unit and then the property will becomes available again in the market. Unfortunately, it's not always that straightforward.
Not all the tenants will leave the units voluntarily on time, right?
Yes, that's the thing. Prior to the end of tenancy, like we're always like issuing 90 days. With ADGM, it's actually just 60 days, but for us with TPM, we're sending our notices 120 days prior to the end of tenancy, like that. So 90 days prior to the end of the tenancy contract, we have already sent the non-renewal notice to the tenant. And the thing is, he was not responding. That was the first issue. He was not acknowledging any email or WhatsApp message that I'm sending him. The only time he actually responded was 20 days prior to the end of the tenancy. He wanted to stay in the unit for 3 more months because he was saying he will relocate in Dubai. And like I mentioned, even if the tenancy expired, we cannot just really evict the tenant as we want to. So what we have to do, of course, as a property managers is that we had to choose between two difficult options: to issue an eviction notice and to file for an eviction case. The other difficult option is to accept the tenant's request for extension. So we only have two difficult options at that time.
So basically, from the first non-renewal notice you sent to the tenant, so when he finally responded, you have been following up with him quite rigorously to try to get his response?
Yes, correct. From the 90-day notice, I have been following up with them through email, through WhatsApp to get a response. And then 60 days prior to the end of the tenancy contract, we also issued a letter. I went ahead to his unit to leave a formal non-renewal letter, so at least we have a letter, because if we are to like pursue a legal route, we have to at least have a proof that we really did send the official letter as well, apart from the email. That's what I did at the time. So he might have been pushed to respond when I kept on issuing letter also.
It's not easy. Okay, so when he finally responded, he said he wants to extend for another 3 months, and you check with ADGM. ADGM is Abu Dhabi Global Market, so it looks after the Al Maria Island. Basically, they told you either you open a court case to evict the tenant or you renew with the tenant.
Yes, so what I did, I went to Rental Dispute Settlement Center and asked them as well, and the same things, to file an eviction notice for the tenant. We are gonna go to the legal route. Sometimes it can tie up the unit, and of course the tenant can stay there until the case is completed or resolved. As soon as I have all the information on my end, I discussed with the owner. I had a Zoom meeting with them because the owner's outside the UAE. Case of eviction case, we do not know how long the entire process can take. At first, the owner was hesitant to accept the extension. Of course, I can understand. So what I'm telling them is that I will ensure that the tenant will only stay until the agreed time. Like, I will do everything in my power to get that completed. So the owner, even though hesitant, they have agreed, because anyway, that's the best choice that we have at that time.
I have seen other property management companies just like casually file a court case because they feel like, it's not my job. I send you notice already. I did this already. Okay, now it goes to the legal department. And what the legal department will do is, okay, I'll open a court case. It's actually the landlord who suffers more.
Correct.
Because you really don't know how soon you can start renting out this property. And all these waiting time is rental loss for our landlord. And to be honest, I think this is only possible because you have also built up a relationship with both the landlord and the tenant. You understand both of their situations quite well. Like the tenant was being frank with you about his situation, and then the landlord is also frank with you with his concern. So you understand both sides and you kind of foster a deal agreement. But you also took on a huge responsibility, I have to say. From the company owner's perspective, Princess, what have you got yourself into?
That's the thing with Meara, like you mentioned, some other property management, they will just go ahead and file a court case with the tenant so that they can be evicted from the unit. If you will remember, we have this client as well. The owner had a court case with their tenant, and their unit has been on hold for 1 year. So, of course, we care about our owners as well, and we don't want their unit to be hold for a long time. So, that at that time, for me, that was really the best option.
The court case is always the last resort, really.
Yes, correct.
All right, so now we're in the 3 months extension. As the tenant being on time.
So, like, after we had agreed with extension, of course, I sent the prorated rental price to the tenant. He was like, "Oh, okay, I'm okay with this. You know what? I'm gonna set up the payment like next week." It's almost the start of the extension day. Let's say the start date of the extension was on the 22nd of June. Come 22nd, even before 22nd, I keep on following up. And he said, "Sure, no problem. Have my assistant go there and deliver the check." 22nd morning, he's still not responding. So I was like, I can just have our team come to your unit so that they can collect the checks. He said, "Actually, I'm in Dubai right now, so I'm not available for a collection." What he said, "Maybe at 12 noon, I'm gonna share with you the proof of transfer." And then come 12 noon, I will say, "Just a bit busy. Within end of the day, I will send with you the rental payment." Until it came again, another tomorrow, endless tomorrow. When it came 1 week and I still haven't gotten anything from him, I started to again do our normal follow-up procedure, to which every time I called, I got an answer, by the way. Every time I send a message, I receive a reply. But what happens is that I'll pay next week. The funds are coming. I'll settle it by Friday. I just need a little more time. So the thing is, the communication was not disappearing. The payment was.
So at what point you thought, all right, I have to do something else?
That was like, after that first week, what I did was I went to his unit to drop the official letter, non-rental payment and unallowed occupancy. So I sent a letter, and then after that he responded. He said, "Princess, can you tell the owner that I have a new partner in my business and they are gonna pay me at this time." And then I informed the owner. The owner said, "Okay, let's give him that time." And that's like 2 weeks after that letter. Day before that, another promised timeline. I was calling him and he was answering and again promising me a date. So I told him, "You know what? Just give me your office location. I will go there personally so that we can communicate. At least I would know what really is the issue, how I can help better so that we can resolve this problem that we have regarding the rental payment."
Did you go all the way to his office? I think it's in Musafa, right? It's quite far.
That is right. That is right. It's in Musafa. So I went to his office. He promised that he will meet me, but he was not there. I still have my letter with me. I was thinking already, if this is gonna be a court case, then at least I have a lot of proofs that we sent a letter in his unit. Now I'm sending a letter to your office.
You're already planning for plan B. Worst case scenario.
Yes, that's right. Because when I'm sending in his unit, he's always not there, so I don't have a receiving copy. That's why when I went to his unit, I had my receiving copy with me, and then I had his personal assistant sign it, that at least I have a proof that they received the letter. And then what I also did was that I tried to call him since he was not there. He was not answering. So I'm trying to build a connection with the personal assistant. I was like, maybe you can help me. Can you try and call your boss? And then once he picks up, I can talk to him. That's what she did. She called him and then I was able to talk to him. And I was like, "You cannot dodge me. At the end of the day, you will still have to talk to me."
Yeah, boy.
You're so octopus, like, I have to collect the rent for the landlord.
But after that, I still had to go 4 more times to his office just to really get a solution.
So on your 4th visit, he finally gave you the money?
Yes. It was really a long process. He was not there again on the final visit. I was like praying while I'm in the car with the team. And while we are on the way back to office, I received his proof of transfer.
Wow. When the 3-month extension finishes, did he
Mhm.
actually know?
Yeah, he actually moved out. And it was on my third visit to him that I was clearly talking to him and making him understood seriousness of the situation. He was like, yes, Princess, of course. I am owning up to what I promised. After this, I'm gonna leave the unit. I'm gonna settle everything. I'm not gonna give you a hard time anymore. He was showing me his seriousness on moving out on the end of the extension date. Even on the third visit, he was having me on his own computer. Like, I don't know how to cancel my tautik. You can do it for me. So I was like, sure, I will do it.
And I remember you said his move out day was actually a weekend, but then you decided like, I have to.
Yes, it's like weekend and the day before the holiday. So even if the team were not available, I will come there. I will do the handover just to make sure that I really see at the face value that he is really gonna leave the unit.
Oh my God, just by hearing it, it's already like a long process. You chose a very difficult route for yourself and for us, but it's ultimately like the best thing for the landlord because you know the landlord still got the rent in the end of the day, and then there's no kind of obstacle for him to rent out the property again to the new tenant.
The best news is that right now we already managed to have a tenant for it. So that's that.
Oh, well done. So this is today's case 002. If you want someone in Abu Dhabi and Dubai that is very persistent, really think about the best interest for the landlords like you, check out info below. You can find out how to reach us. I'm Meara. See you next time.